Warning, this video contains many funny jokes with educational material and is not suitable to be watched by Anya and people with feminism syndrome. If you feel offended by this small joke about, please f*** off because you are not going to enjoy my type of content. By the way, if you are watching on YouTube, you can turn on sub in English, Vietnamese or Tagalog over here. Are you a man?
Yes.
Are you depressed because you don't know why she mad at you for no reason?
Yes.
Then you came to the right place. In this video, I will tell you everything about women. And by everything, I mean just a little about women. Aww. What? You really expect me to tell you everything about women? Huh. Oh, kawaii koto. As you know, a woman or a person in general is a separate individual with different thinking. It takes a whole lifetime to understand a person. Yet, you think a 10 minutes YouTube video can answer everything about women? Aren't you a cute little imbecile? What are you doing here, Doc Strangey? Why are you not in your chamber? Oh shit! Get back here, you little shit!
Why are you running?
So, as you know, I am a man, a chap, if my Discord subject insists. Asking me to tell you everything about women is like asking a woman telling you what a man wants from his woman. Oh shit, there's an article about it. Anyway, if you are still super young and just wanted to know how to become a good boyfriend, quote-unquote, then grow some balls and ask her by yourself. That will certainly make her feel happier than watching a random YouTuber talking about women in general, okay? However, if you are here to have fun, to get your brain bred such Complexify definition about life by my sense of humor, remember, only breathe, no prekanananant. Then, welcome to Complexify Woman. So, what is a woman? Well, to be simplified, a woman is a female human who can bear a human try by involving in a romantic relationship with a human male. After around 9 months and 10 days, a new life will be born, and the woman will start produce breast milk for the child and her man-child for a period of time. Yes, woman got to pupa for a reason. But you are not here for simplify, isn't it? You are here to get confused and judge my way of looking at the mentioned topic. For me, I always ask the question, why? I never take things for granted, and when I first studying English, which is around 6 or 7 years old, I always wondering, why women? Why female humans are called women, to be exact? Like, why woe before men? Is it mean a female human was a male and recently turned into a female, so he is a worse man? The answer is no. We call them ladyboy actually. You can find a good example in Thailand, specifically Bangkok. So, why is it, you may ask? Let's go back to episode 1 of Complexify and start with the word man. Man in the Western language means a person, more specifically a male person, and so the Western must find something dash with men to call the female person. So they start with women with a silent F, women with a silent R. Don't ask me. I also don't know why white people love silencing their letters in the word, like Chinese silencing the news from their people. Oh wait, I don't know why Chinese... Then we have women with no silent M for some reason. Then finally, a wise Caucasian man thinks to himself, a female always gets pregnant when intercourse with a man. In pregnancy, the female must bear the child in her womb. So, how about we call female by the word Woman. A person who carries the womb with her. What do you mean always get pregnant? This is outrageous. This would make us females sound like we carry sins with us. Madness. This is madness. Timmy, you are a genius. I'm literally turning gay by you, Timmy.
I told you long ago on the road, I got what they waiting for.
And that's the origin of the word woman. That skit was just a made-up story by me, but you guys got the idea. By the way, if you are a female, don't care too much about the Asian people's point of view, because that is the thought of people from the past, full of rudeness and unfairness towards women. Look at the word from another perspective. Carrying a womb is no sins, nor shame. The womb of the female is a wonderful creation. She had bred such greatness like Einstein, Edison, Marie Curie, and I mean the famous Austrian painters. If there's another word for a woman, goddess would be best described. Only for real women though. Those Nazi women should be named piece of shit, daughter of king of okay? What now? I didn't call nasty man name foul enough compared to woman names? Guess what? Anya like peanut. You like penis. I like pus. We are not the same. When I make an offense joke towards women, they just like,
I need this man dead.
which is so funny to me, because it is just like a guilty pleasure for my sadistic side. Did you just call me? Get back to your chamber, Doc Strangey. Won't you hold me back, darling? God damn it! Yeah. When I make an offense joke against men, they just like, ha ha ha, very funny, I like you, be my friend. Like, seriously though, please be my friend. My friend has died from a car crash a year ago. I'm so lonely. Whenever I drink my beer, I think of him. His warm breath and his disgusting infected... Stop right there! You see what I mean? Who in the world would enjoy depression on behalf of another person? Now, let's move on to our last question. How do you become a great woman? The answer is... I don't know. I am a man, not woman. How am I supposed to answer that? But I will tell you what do our men want from you the most, as a man myself. In the past, I repeat, in the past, in my country, female and male in high placement family have different educations. In order to become a great man, he must master math, literature, politics, etc. Why females need to master the art of gam-gi ti wa. Gam is an instrument with less string than guitar. Gi is a checker game. Ti is poem. And wa is drawing. Other than that, female from high family must master many other arts. For example, chicken chopping and sex. And of course, you must be a virgin. Until then, you will be a great woman. By the way, in Vietnam, we have a tradition of flirting poem. Would you guys like to hear it?
Oh, 不，高林记。
Then like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If I gain 100 subscribers just from this video alone in a week, I will be preparing some lines for the next episode of Complexify Season 3 Love. A very cheap price to hear my real voice, right? Remember to subscribe or you will have to wait till 100k subs for my voice reveal. So, how about the present day? What does it take to be a great woman in the eyes of your man? The man's balance method, which I mentioned in Complexify Season 1 Man, can be used for women too. Simply because gender equality has raised enough awareness and made the society more equal towards women these days, so a woman can follow the balance of good and bad to become a great woman. However, if you wish to follow the path of balance, Please don't let your feelings get in the way when you are punishing the persons who harms you and your family, because a threat without power is no threat. Yet, with the even smallest power, a threat can always find its place to deal a critical blow on you. I believe with this advice and the video of Complexify Season 1 is good enough for the explanations for the balance method, so I will be leaving you with it. If you understand and follow it, it is good for you. If you think I can improve or found a flaw in my methods, feel free to write down your opinions down in the YouTube comment section below. I would love to learn a thing or two about it, because I'm learning, just like you guys after all. Other than the balance method, women can use the method of flexible to become a desirable woman. I believe this is the most effective method and should be used by every woman. Different than men, a woman can get away with many things with just her beauty, her voice, and her posture. Why men must have a certain amount of power and money to get away with something. Except if you are Leonardo DiCaprio or Keanu Reeves, then that's a different story. Everyone is thirsty over those two. Even I do. You might wonder why I put or/n at voice and posture, but not also at the beauty part. Well, simply because all women are beautiful. Even if you think yourself is ugly, there will always be someone for you who loves you and has some kinky over you. So, be confident, my dear female subscribers. But please don't be overconfident. Learn some common sense and always renew yourself. Improve it even, because men are conqueror. It doesn't matter if you have such humongous mountain or flat terrain. Go to the gym, change your hairstyle, like hell, even try tanning your skin once. He would always kneel before you and accept you as his goddess. I will only say that much, since if I say any more, it will ruin the surprise of the humor in Complexify Season 3. Love. So that's that, right? So what do I mean by flexible? Well, it means you must be able to do every common stuff if asked on a reasonable level. This doesn't mean you have to be super good with everything, just be able to do it if asked. For example, cooking, cleaning, manners, drumming, etc. You must know how to do and use them. That's what I mean by flexible. A lot of you will probably think to yourself, but Strangge, cooking requires talent. You can't just cook. And my reply is, you are fucking bullshit. As I said above, you must be able to do every common stuff if asked on a reasonable level, not an expert level. When I ask you to cook, I do not ask for Gordon Ramsay. I ask you to cook. And even if your cooking is shit, it might taste better than Gordon if you put enough care into it. Unlike sports, cooking, cleaning, or any other common stuff does not require talent to achieve a certain level. It just requires practice and knowledge. To obtain knowledge, you can gain it by searching it on Google or from friends and families. To obtain practice, well, get your lazy ass up and do it. Maybe taking one picture in the same bathroom every day instead of 10. That would make a difference. Moreover, practicing common sense will form us many great personality traits like patience, understanding, responsibility, etc. Because the more you know, the more you are aware, and with that awareness, you inherit all the good traits by natural. Do it and experience the enlightenment yourself. At this point, you may think I am sexist, but no, I support gender equality. That's why I believe we should have the same level of common sense, and cooking, cleaning, etc. is common sense. I say it because I can do it, and with practice, I am confident that I can do the housework better than a lot of women out there. So stop protesting and complaining and start practicing. How about that? For the last part, I will be comparing the flexible with the balance method to see why I think flexible is the most effective method for women to use. If you use the balance method, for sure you will become independent woman. Yet, with the balance method, you will certainly make enemies in order to maintain your scales of balance. Yet, a woman tends to have her feelings control over her mind more than a man. Okay? This leads to inefficiency in crippling the thread, which probably lead to her failure. Different from my balance method, being flexible can help women avoid enemies. With her wise words and charms, it will certainly be difficult for a mortal to refuse her. Yet, a lot of people these days lack this flexibility, using such foul words just to express her feelings rather than using her most powerful weapons of charming and convincing. No constraints, no elegance, no feminism, only brute force and ugliness, which should only exist in the barbaric of the mortal man. Female, woman, mother is a symbol of love, beauty and care. Thus, every woman needs to keep it in mind and act like one. I say this because men are born conquerors, and conquerors tend to go insane. With your love, he may drunken himself in your saliva instead of his enemy's blood. With your care, you may mend his wound. With your beauty, you may lead the conqueror to the right path and forsaken his wrongdoing. To achieve eternal peace, you are part of it. Woman, I have many more which I want to talk about, but I guess I will be talking about them in the next episode of Complexify. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please give me a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This will encourage me to make more videos for you guys, because as you know, I'm busy as fuck with my real life stuff. Thanks to my Discord subject Anne and Oshi for translating this video into Vietnamese and Tagalog, and Derek Kids for editing these videos. With that saying, see you all in the next video. Oyasumi nano da. Let's go back to episode 1 of Complexify. Damn it! I'm gonna take off my pants! Holy shit, I'm so fucking hot! Fuck, I feel so embarrassed when I fucking say that. Imagine you have a wife and then you are on bed with her and she is riding you and you are just when you come. It's gonna be so fucking funny. Oh, my wife is gonna be so fucking precious about me. In the What the fuck? God damn it, I shouldn't drink too much yesterday. I know that I have to fucking record today, but yet I still go out and drink like a motherfucker yesterday. Oh yeah.